In this video, I guide you step by step on how to create a simple Christmas sensory book for toddlers. Each page features an adorable winter animal with rustling material inside to stimulate the sense of hearing. The animals are attached with magnets against a backdrop of various sensory textures to engage little ones. For added safety, there are no small detachable parts. The pages are easy to remove, making them perfect for tiny hands or for placing beside the bed. So let's get started. We will need stiff felt, scissors, vanishing markers, clips, sensory materials, magnets, interfacing fabric with glue, mullein, hole punch, and shoelace. Prepare patterns to the title Sensory Christmas Book base page and cut them out. In this pattern, make holes in the places of dots and cut out the inner shape just like I will. This pattern save for later. These two patterns place on felt in these colors, draw a dot in a place of hole, and outline outer and inner edges with vanishing marker. Then cut them out. At this stage, we will need rustling material. I will use a thermal blanket which you can buy at any pharmacy. Place this pattern on top and cut out its shape 5 times. It doesn't have to be very precise. This pattern place on each square so that they overlap and draw dot in the place of hole. Take 10 neodymium magnets with a diameter of 10 mm and a height of 1 mm. Attach them on top of each other. Take the first one and draw a black dot on one of the sides. We need to find the same sides of attraction. Take another magnet, place it on top of the previous one, and draw a dot on top. Repeat the same with the remaining magnets. In the next step, prepare 5 square elements you made earlier and stick the magnet with the side with the black dot on top in the places of dots using hot glue. On top of each magnet, place circle and sew it along the edge. Now please take your sensory fabrics. I have plush fabric, synthetic fur, reversible sequins, mirror, and synthetic leather. Place this pattern on synthetic leather and cut out a shape with a margin of about 2 cm. It doesn't have to be very precise. In the next step, I will use interfacing fabric with glue to stiffen the remaining materials. Place the pattern on it and cut it out 3 times with a margin of about 2 cm. Turn the fabrics over . Place interfacing fabric on them, with the shiny side with the glue down, and iron it. In the next step, cut off excess fabric along the edge. Place frames on prepared elements and fasten them with clips. Now please sew each frames along the inside edge, matching the color of the thread to the color of the felt. Now please turn the squares over and cut off excess materials along the seam line. Ready base pages place on felt in the same color and outline their shape with vanishing marker. On each square, place pattern in the center and draw dot in the place of hole. In the places of dots, glue the remaining magnets with the side with the black dot on the bottom. Place base page on felt in the same place as before and sew along the outer edge. Remember that the upper and lower threads are the same. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge. Take rustling material and dark blue square element you made earlier and patterns with the title bare page and cut them out. Place patterns on the right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out along the drawn line. This pattern place on white elements so that their bottom edges overlap and draw the shapes of eyes with vanishing marker. I will embroider it with black woolen. In the next step, place ears, nose and cheeks and sew each one along the edge with black and pink thread. Draw a smile with a vanishing marker. I will embroider it with black mulling in the same way as the eyes. Turn the head over, place rustling material on it and fasten it with clips. Next, turn the square over, place head on it, 19 mm from the bottom edge and sew along the edge. The bottom thread is blue. On red element, draw 5 snowflakes and embroider them with white mulling. Ready element place here to cover the bottom edge of the previous elements and sew along the edge. Remember that the bottom thread is blue. White circle place under red element in this way and fasten it with clips. Then place everything here and sew only red element along the edge. white element, so only from here to this place. The last element place on top and so along the edge. Finally, cut off excess felt along the edge. Take rustling material, green circle, and patterns titled Reindeer page and create felt elements based on them. This pattern plays on creamy elements so that they overlap and draw the shape of eyes and a smile with vanishing marker. I will embroider it with black muslin. On top, place nose and cheeks and sew each one along the edge with brown and pink thread. Ready element and ears place on head and sew each one along the edge. Place antlers and rustling material under the head and fasten them with clips. Then turn the green square over, place reindeer in the middle, and sew only the head with brown thread. Remember that the bottom thread is green. In the next step, sew antlers from here to this place and from here to this place. If you want, you can draw a leaf venation with vanishing marker and then sew it on the machine with green thread. Place leaf under the circle, place it here and sew only red element along the edge. Remember that the bottom thread is green. At the end, cut off excess felt along the edge. The next one will be the squirrel page, so prepare rustenic material, red square, and these patterns and create felt elements. Place this pattern on creamy elements so that the bottom edges overlap and draw the shape of eyes with vanishing marker. Then a smile below. I will embroider it with black mooning, just like before. Ready element, place on head and sew along the edge. In the next step, place ears, nose and cheeks on top and sew each one along the edge with pink and brown thread. Brown elements place under the ears and fasten them with clips. Then the resting material just like before and also fasten it with clips. Turn the square over, place head in the middle and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is red. Next element, place on head and sew along the edge. The last three elements place on top in this way and sew each one along the edge. Remember that the bottom thread is red. Finally, cut off excess thread along the edge. Take rustling material, brown square and patterns with a title old page and create felt elements. This pattern place on creamy elements so that their bottom edges overlap and show the shape of eyes. Then embroider them with black mulling. On top, place cheeks and nose and sew each one along the edge with orange and pink thread. Ready element, place on head and sew along the edge. Turn the head over, place rustling material on it and fasten it with clips. Turn the square over, place head on it, 7 mm from the bottom edge and sew along the edge. The bottom thread is brown. Red element place under white one and fasten it with clips. Then place everything here and sew only white element along the edge. Remember that the bottom thread is brown. Red element sew from here to this place. On top, place white circle and sew along the edge. Place leaf under red circle and fasten it with clips. Then place it here and sew only red element along the edge. Remember that the bottom thread is brown. In the last step, cut off excess thread along the edge. Take the last square and rustling material and patterns with the title Penguin page and create third elements based on them. This pattern plays on white elements so that the bottom edges overlap and draw the shape of eyes. Then embroider them with black mulling. Place nose and cheeks on top and sew each one along the edge. Ready element place on black one and sew along the edge. In the next step, place rustling material on the bottom and fasten it with clips. Turn the square over, place penguin on it, 9 mm from the bottom edge and sew along the edge. The bottom thread is grey. Place red element under white one and fasten it with clips. Then place everything on top and sew only white element along the edge. Remember that the bottom thread is grey. Red element sew from here to this place. The last element place here and sew along the edge. At the end, cut off excess thread along the edge. Take all the base pages and make holes in the places of dots you made at the beginning of our work using a hole punch. Choose the largest size. Mine is 5 mm. Arrange base pages as you want them to be and thread shoelace through each hole. Then tie a bow. And it's ready. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you like this design. You can leave a comment or like this video. I will be very grateful for it. If you want to make more Christmas projects, click on these pictures. See you in the next video. Bye bye!